Now, under what circumstances the purchase requisition will be short closed? When PO is ordered in full against the PR. Okay. Huh?
Okay.
When the against this purchase requisition, if the purchase order is ordered in full against this particular PR, then this will be
Okay.
short closed. Okay. Let's go ahead and save it.
Okay.
SAP recommends you to select all this. There is a you need to select the you cannot select this just like this, just entering and clicking drag. You cannot drag this and select it. However, what you can do is first you need to do Control Y, then this marker will come, and then drag it, shade it. Okay, and then say Control C. Some systems might be like this. Some systems might be something else. Okay. Now this also has to be authorized, no?
Right.
So authorization takes place too. Okay, this is the release strategy. So code means you are releasing it, and then your boss is releasing it. So your boss will be given a separate code in release.
Okay.
Okay, or authorization. That is called a release code. This is the release code description, and this is the actual release that we will be doing, release options. Okay.
Okay.
Now you go ahead and save. Huh?
Okay.
Now, next step is to create a purchase order again. Now, over then, till now I had been teaching you what is what are different ingredients of purchase document. Now, let me tell you, to start with an indenting, how do you invoke a string? You invoke different strings to transaction codes, right?
Right.
And I told you what are transaction codes, remember?
Yeah.
What?
That is 101.
No. They are movement types. Transaction codes are codes which identify different documents.
Right. The MM01.
Exactly. You understand?
Right.
MM01, then go on.
Change is MM2, MM02, and displays MM03.
Good. What are the other things?
And a vendor master that is material master. That is vendor master is creation is XK01 and change is XK02. Displays XK03.
Right. Now purchase requisition you have ME51N. To create a purchase requisition, you invoke the T code ME51N and you type it here. Okay.
Okay.
Wherever you're not understanding, raise an alarm and tell me.
Okay.
Only I can understand because we are geographically living in two different places and I'm not able to see.
Okay.
See, this is what it is. Okay, here you go ahead and type your transaction. So when you type the transaction code, what will happen? Immediately that code
automatically. Okay.
PR. Now against the PR, now you release it. Okay. against a PR, purchase order will come on. Now what is the, now for releasing the PR, see, PR creation is this.
Okay.
Now if you want to change something, the change is ME52N. See, SAP recommends that you use most of the 90% of T codes are actually represented in form of 1, 2 and 3.
Okay.
For example, MM01 is creation, MM02 is
Creation.
change, MM03
Change.
is display.
Display.
Likewise, you have vendor creation. Vendor is XK01, XK02 is change, XK01 is creation, XK02 is change, XK03 is display.
Display.
Like this, yes. Like this, ME51N is creation, ME52N is change, ME53N is display. Okay?
Okay.
Write it down. Change, creation and display. And all of them are represented in terms of, if something is say ME61N, for example, there is nothing like ME61N. I'm just giving you an example.
Okay.
Say X1 is the T code. That means X2 will be change, X3 will be display like this. 1 will
Okay.
be creation, 2 will be change, and 3 will be display.
Display. Okay.
Okay. And what one more short important point that I would like to discuss with you here.
Okay.
See, in SAP, in SAP system, every screen goes through a fundamental called HDRO. It's HDRO. Okay.
Okay.
H is hide.
Okay.
Okay. D is display. R is
Okay.
required, and O is optional. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm?
Okay.
So this is H. H is hide. Depending on the type of business,
Okay.
I'm giving you some short, even before we start these topics, so that you'll be more comfortable with this. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All these depend on the type of industry that we actually create, or
Okay.
type of business that we create.
Okay.
Okay. And for example, in MM01, when we go on to create this material, okay,
Okay.
material will have an industry structure. It has a material. I told you that we will be discussing masters again and again as we go ahead.
Okay.
This is how we do it. Okay.
Okay.
So when we go ahead and create an industry structure, what happens is different kinds of industry will have different kinds of field settings and layout.
Right.
Okay. So for this business, for the particular industry structure, which is say a textile industry structure or a chemical industry, they will have a different screen. For example, this explant crossing, this field might not be available to display. Okay, or this might be available only to display. Okay. Certain fields might be available only, they might not be available at all, they'll be hidden. Okay, you understand?
Right.
So that is how SAP functions. I understand this is a little, drowsy subject. So, you need to understand this. And one more thing, see, for example, if we go ahead and display certain things, it will only be in D mode. This mode, display mode. Okay, understand? So all
Okay.
these are defined
Okay.
in configurations. So
Okay.
how we configure? There is a separate configuration called for screen layout.
Okay.
Now, let's move ahead. Now, we have created. Now, for releasing a particular purchase requisition, you use ME before N. This N is followed. N that follows here at the end, no? It's one.
Okay.
This is called an enjoy transaction. In earlier systems, they just used to have ME 51, or even now the companies may give ME 51. They will not give you
Okay.
ME 51N. They will not give you an authorization on
Okay.
ME 51N. Okay, to work on any screen, you require authorization from the IT team. Okay,
Okay.
some
Okay.
companies will give you only ME 51.
Okay.
Okay, likewise they may give you only ME 52.
Okay.
Okay, some companies may give you only ME 53.
Okay.
Okay, instead of ME 54, we might be given only ME 55.
Okay.
Okay, now look at this. Instead of releasing, no, you can release your purchase requisition through this also. Only thing is you need to know your code, what code you belong to in SAP, and your release group, which you'll be, noting it down in a piece of paper and putting it under the glass of the table, or you'll be noting it down in your diary or cell phone or whatever. You need to know this in organization, okay?
Yeah.
And the release group. So, difference between ME 55 and ME 54 is what,
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you. ME 55 is a collective release of all purchase requisitions. Okay, you can collectively release it. You can collectively release it. But ME 54, you'll be releasing it document by document. But you can either you can release it in one go for all the people, provided what kind of authorization you have, or this one, suppose you're you and you are the user, okay,
Okay.
and you have a boss in the department. The system will be configured in such a way that whenever you log in with this ID, okay, this ID will be connected to this code.
Okay.
Okay, all your IDs will be given to one role in basis system, that is administration. Or all the users will be connected to one role, one small role, and that role will be
Okay.
given one user code. Okay. So
Okay.
only the users can be able to release this ID. That is how it is configured. And this is a configuration of administration. This is not belonging to us in future. I'm just giving you a brief idea as to how it happens here. Understand?
Yeah.
Fine. Now let's go ahead. Now the user has released it and head of the department has released it. So it is released to ME54N or ME55. Okay.
Okay.
Now we go ahead and create a purchase order. I am creating it in a shortcut. However, this is also a method to create a purchase order. What we do is whatever purchase requisition we have,
Okay.
we paste it here
Okay.
in purchase requisition in purchase order.
Okay.
And purchase order is created through T code ME21N.
Right.
Okay, ME21N or ME21. Okay.
Okay.
N means enjoy transaction where you have, there is the ease of working in ME21 rather than ME21. ME21 is a different screen altogether. I'll show you. In standard SAP, these are the standard document types that are actually given. Dummy purchase order, you have framework order. Framework order is actually dealing with contracts and purchase scheduling agreements or outline agreements. Okay. Then you have
Okay.
the standard purchase order. Then you have stock transfer orders, which is taken in QP. So these are the standard document types. Note it down. Standard document. Okay. Mainly, you will be coming across FO. Okay.
Okay.
And anything that is customized in SAP, please
Okay.
understand it very carefully here. This is very important. Anything that is customized in SAP, whether it is a transaction code, whether it is a program, whether it is a function, whether it is anything, any dust in SAP, okay, if it is configured, no, or customized, it will be, the name will be, the code will be starting with Z or Y.
Okay.
Okay. So all these are customized for the business.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
that is, this document type is used to create capital purchase orders. This is for something else. This is for import purchase orders. Any miscellaneous purchase orders. Now for the standard purchase order we use this. Okay, like this.
Okay.
For subcontracting purchase order, this is what it is. Okay.
Okay.